for us to get into the newspapers proper for you this morning as well, and quite a lot, like I mentioned, and we'll seek to unpack all of that for you this morning. And the president has been speaking as well. We know a number of individuals have been asking the question when replacements are coming for the defense and security ministries. Well, yesterday he had cause to speak to this and said, look, they will be that appointment will be made in 2026 and not this year, and so everybody should rest easy and be calm. We'll hear from the president as he made those declarations when he met Muslim leaders yesterday as well in all of that. Then there has been that news that's come through about a re-engagement of the Inspector General of Police. 2 years it is that he's received for kind courtesy the Police Council's recommendation to the President, which we understand that recommendation the President has accepted. And so there's that. Then the minority, they've been in the news as well because they are accusing government of bloated expenditure in relation to the Free Sanitary Pad project. What is the detail of that? We'll seek to give that to you if you stay with us here on the 3FM Sunrise. But let's take a listen first off. I like to start by hearing the voices and the people who've been saying what it is that matter amongst all other things. And that's the president yesterday when he met Muslim leaders and amongst many other things made some declarations in relation to the demand for whether or not there should be a new defense minister and a new minister for environment as well. Here's the president yesterday at the Jubilee House in his own words, speaking as well to policies that they sought to implement and they've implemented at the start of this year.
There are other programs that we're rolling out, like the poultry revitalization program, where we're giving families 50 pullets. They call them pullets because they are not the old chicks. They're about 4 weeks old. They've taken all the injections. So you just look after them for another 4 to 5 weeks and they're ready to go to the market. And so we think that many of our communities can take advantage of all those. And you don't need to be unemployed to do it. You can be a teacher. And if every 4 or 5 weeks you have 50 chickens to sell, that money is going to go into your pocket and supplement your income. You can be a nurse. You can do it. If you have a small backyard, you can enroll in the program. With regards to school buses, we're doing 200 school buses next year in 2026. And so it's timely that you came now so that we make sure and you put your case very well that you've been denied since that small yellow bus. I remember that small yellow bus. Bolle Secondary got one of them. And since then, you've not been considered for school buses. And so we'll make sure that we inform the Minister of Education so that he can make up for what you have lost in the past by assigning a number of school buses to your institutions. But let me finally say we appreciate the Ghana Muslim mission. We appreciate your discipline. We appreciate your hard work. And I believe that you are good disciples of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And of course, I say that in every religion, it is the lives and works of the prophets that we try to emulate. And so if you want to be a good Muslim, you must emulate the life and works of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you say you're a good Christian, you must emulate the life and works of Jesus Christ. And so I believe the Ghana Muslim mission, if you look at the members and you interact with them, their discipline and how they practice their religion, I think that you are a model for all other faiths to follow. And so, without talking too much, I want to thank you. We will wait for the letter. I don't know if we've received it yet, but we'll see how we can accommodate it. The notice is a bit short, and one is being requested to so many places, especially in December, both external and internal. But we'll see how we can accommodate it so that by Allah's grace, we shall be together.
That's the president speaking there, and we'll get the full complement of his response to whether or not there should be a new defense and environment ministers. But let's get into the papers now, and we'll start off with the Daily Analyst. They lead with continuity secured. Yohuno re-engaged as IGP for 2 more years. That's a story on the front page of the Daily Analyst. Also, Defense and Environment Ministers to be appointed in 2026. Mahama discloses. Then there is Presidency commemorates International Men's Day with renewed national call for men's health, well-being and dignity. That as well is here. Minority accuses government of overpricing free sanitary pad project. Vincent Ekwasefwa is MP for Old Tafo. He addressed the media yesterday at the foyer of Parliament. Ex-boss MD released after meeting 30 million cedis bail. Edwin Provençal, the former managing director of BOST, is pictured here with some other individuals as well. Roads and Highways Minister, Defense as well, new infrastructural boom, that also here on the front page of the Daily Analyst. You can get a copy for yourself. Just these days, 6 to 6, we read out the prices as well. And so 5 Ghana cities, and you get a copy of the Daily Analyst as well. The Custodian, they lead with Central Region gives Baumia massive support. Minority rejects Kpandai parliamentary election rerun. That's also on the front pages here as well. Ex-boss MD Provençal released after meeting 30 million cedis bail. Qatar Group to set up $3.5 billion fertilizer plant in Ghana. That's according to the Agric Minister. Supreme Court orders Wesley Girls to respond to Muslim rights claims. That's here as well. And on the back page, you have NSMQ champions visit Mobile Money Limited, Zipline, to shut down 3 centers, over 175 million cedis debt as well. And so that's a concern that's coming through yesterday. It began to trickle in about Zipline wanting to shut down as a result of some debt owed them. But Success is here as well. You do a number of the papers for us as well this morning.
Let me start with the Daily Posts and banner headline: Mahama approves 2-year contract extension for IGP Yohuno. Dr. Congo Petroleum Regulators and Marketers steady NPA operations.
That's DR Congo, eh?
Yes, DR Congo. Gender Minister launches 2025 16 days of activism campaign, outlines bold actions against gender-based violence. Comes with the Minister of Dr. Agnes Nana. Is it Nana? Is it on Nana? Momolati, I think it's Nana. And on the back page of the Daily Post newspaper, you have Her Excellency Vice President Nana Opoku-Agyeman addressing the 7th AU-EU Summit in Luanda, Angola. Beautiful pictures of the event, interactions with France pictured, and photo sessions with I see former national chairman of the NDC and chief of staff of the office of the vice president Ofosu-Ampofo. I see sector minister and a host of other dignitaries captured in those pictures. I take you to the Accra Times newspaper, and also screaming is Afoko calling on youth to keep the hope of nation alive. And recall that Mr. Afoko is on a bid to return as national chairman of the NPP. Citizens are owners of power, and you have Speaker Bagbin captured there. My enemies will not prosper.
Oh,
They can never prosper.
Springpark salutes government for decision to establish media fund. Speaker extols Techi and Tiadu Esquire on 2 parliamentary books somebody has written. We expect a lot of writings from the speaker himself, actually. I
for
hope
a man who's been in all of the parliaments
the
in our
legacy Mr. Speaker can leave for us.
He has to write that book.
He has to write. In fact, he should have launched like 5 books already.
It shouldn't be the case of he was writing and
no. That he didn't finish.
Yes.
Like the thing we heard about Rawlings.
Exactly.
No, we don't want to hear that. Mr. Speaker, you should have launched like 5 books already.
Because he's been in every parliament.
Yes,
in the
every
last
parliament. In fact, he's been in government from the inception of the dispensation. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in fact, I think he even goes back.
Hey.
Yeah, I think.
I think we have to check the record books.
Yeah, no, I think latter part of the PNDC. Transitioning into NDC. He and the Honorable Joseph Yelechere, I think they were part of that, yes. So you cannot not give us something. Indeed, even the Honorable Joseph Yelechere, he has to. Former Wa West MP, who left Parliament, who was overthrown by Peter Tobu.
Yeah, Lanchini.
Yes, strong men overthrow strong men.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Speaker, your message this morning is good morning. You must write for us. If it is not already in the pipeline, please
get it into the pipeline. And this one,
and if it is in the pipeline, let it flow. Clear it.
Yes, because the pipeline is getting through.
Yes, there's a lot Mr. Speaker has to share with, especially young parliamentarians.
He's been seeking to play the fatherly role, advising, asking that, look, you do this the right way and all of that. But, I mean, it remains to be seen whether or not they heed that advice that he continues to give. But
he should write, more importantly. I know that at the time he was exiting Parliament as member of Parliament, those of us in the media who know him, we kept asking, is that going to be the end of the Honorable Alban Bagbin, as he then was?
Yeah, I'd wanted to be president at some point.
Yes, he wanted to be, but you see,
he's found a place where I think it goes to say that not everybody has to rise to the apex to be useful and to be able to impact or pass down knowledge.
No, he's actually at the apex, so.
He wanted to be at the apex, the ultimate. Exactly. That's the point I'm making. That you don't have to be at the ultimate for your presence and your touch and whatever it is that you want to do to be felt.
That's
not
true.
Everybody will reach there, but wherever you are, you shine that corner as bright as possible. And I think he got his niche in Parliament and has served.
So he and the Honorable Osei Chairman Sabonsu and the Honorable Joseph Yelechere and there's a fourth person.
Collins Gowda.
No. In terms of parliamentary work, you see the people who were the Honorable Obi Amwa.
Okay, yes, Obi Amwa.
The Honorable
as well.
Obi Amwa. These are people who understand the law-making process. And there was not a single law that will go through without these hands touching it. And these are the kind of people you need in civil society so that they are able to consult, they are able to teach new MPs. And this is got nothing to do with NDC MPP.
Oh, of course.
It's got nothing to do with, and it's got nothing to do with budgets. They say they have finished their term, but they want to chop again. No.
Sometimes
the institution needs to grow.
Yeah, sometimes this is what lends a bit of credence to a second chamber of parliament for where these.
No, that one there.
No. I'm saying it brings about these conversations when people speak to the experience of others. I'm not mentioning whether or not there's a need for us to get into.
I have a headline you will love.
Give it to us, please. Give us the headline.
It's from the Daily Gist. News behind the news. It's only 5 Ghana. IGP escapes Mohammed's hammer. Grabs 2-year juicy contracts.
I mean, you've got to hand it to some of the papers. The way they couch their stories, you
IGP escapes Mohammed's hammer.
And you know why?
Grabs 2-year juicy contracts.
You know why they are saying the hammer? You know why?
Yes. The standing order.
Yeah.
Against contract extensions.
Absolutely.
So Mr. President has gone against his own rule.
Hey, Mr. President, you said we don't believe in extension. No extension. Now today, extension. Today, we'll ask you questions. We know you are listening. Good morning to you, Mr. President.
I almost said Dampari. IG Yohuno.
Christian Tete Yohuno.
IG Yohuno has been in office for a little over 5 months.
Yeah. Since he got
and the people he works with, they say they like the way he carries them along.
Okay.
Say carry along.
Carry along.
Yes. They say they like his leadership style. Say leadership style.
Leadership style.
Okay.
Oh, but I like this headline. If for nothing at all, buy the paper because of the headline. And then new defense environment ministers in 2026. President speaks, and that was yesterday. You played that voice.
No,
earlier.
I have actually the proper part of his engagement. Perhaps finish the paper and then I'll have us listen, and then we'll come to Ellen too.
Basic Cash launches operations in Ghana. Gold board under scrutiny. EC staff petitioner interdicted. EC staffer petitioner interdicted. I heard this yesterday. I didn't think it was true.
No, he's been on interdiction since
before the petition.
Yes, he said that. I think in his media interviews, and it was the basis upon which he's being asked whether or not this is not born out of some vendetta against the commissioners and all of that, and he says no, it has nothing to do with it.
It's on page 4 of the paper. I believe we'll come back to that. Minority rejects Kpandai rerun election, and that story is on page 2. Samir Oku commissions a Kropong PCE, a dimming park. I hope I got that right. Okay, so that's it for the Daily Gist newspaper.
I want us to just listen to the president in his own words, speak to that, and then we'll come back to the papers.
And happily he listened to our prayers. It's taking a lot of hard work. It's taking fiscal discipline. We've had to be in discipline, all the appointees. We made a promise to appoint not more than 60 ministers, and some people said, how are you going to work with only 60 ministers? As I speak today, we're working with 58 ministers because, unfortunately, they say Allah gives and Allah takes. He took 2 of our comrades, and we haven't filled those positions yet. I can see people speculating he's going to appoint a new defense minister, a new environment minister. We're not in a hurry. I'll do those appointments next year after the holiday, the Christmas and the New Year. We'll fill those positions. And so those speculating about somebody going to be appointed tomorrow and all that, I mean, just take your time. Go and enjoy Christmas. And then after Christmas, we will take a decision on those ones. But I wish to...
So that's the president. He says, go and enjoy Christmas. Anything appointments.
But the people will not enjoy the Christmas. The people lobbying, no. They
should try it. Just put it aside. Christmas is for eating chicken and rice. And then the New Year we feel, oh, come on. It's like waiting for exam results. Why?
Media, they should bring me the lobbying things. I will lobby for them.
During the Christmas break, the president eats rice and chicken.
I will go and knock on the chief of staff's door. When he opens, I'll introduce myself and I'll say, you know, this person is a very good material.
How will you introduce yourself? Sixus Don Ulo Esquire. Esquire.
Yes. Yeah. The Esquire is important.
Hey, Esquire. You don't go through all of that.
No.
Are you joking?
No. The Esquire is important.
You have to add it, Papa.
When I add the Esquire, he will give me seat.
Thank you.
Then when I sit down, the number of Esquires who probably walk in and out, pace about.
Do you know how many Sixus Don Ulos there are?
Thank you.
Thank you. The New Center newspaper this morning. Mahama extends IGP Yohuno's tenure to 2027. Zipline to shut down 3 centers over 175 million Ghana cedi debts. 45 Ghana cedi.
I think we need to get the details of that story. When the debts began to accumulate, and then we can get, because in my mind, and reading the headline, I'm wanting to say, why are we allowing, if the initiative is good, it must not just die because of a change in government. But I hear that stated sum, $175 million, and I ask myself, can that be accumulated within the first 11 months? In the 11 months, not the first, in the 11 months of this year? It's a curious question.
That's right.
So we have to see whether or not this dates back to last year or somewhere thereabout.
Certainly. 45 Ghana cedi pad too expensive. That's coming from the minority. You might have listened or heard that press conference. Vincent Eko Asafwa, he was addressing the press. I think there's been a rebuttal to that, with the government stating that actually the figures were wrong. Instead of 6.6 million pads that have been distributed, it's actually some 12.6 million pads. That brings that number per unit down to about 24 Ghana cedis per pack. So some clarification there, but the minority has sought to.
It was captured in the budget too, and that's the basis upon which the minority raised the concern.
That's right.
Was that mistake? Is the government saying that the mistake was in the budget? The
education minister addressed the floor of parliament, so I suppose whatever had been captured in the budget was not the full picture as at that time, according to him though. But those are two sides of the coin. Why cut Ghana's 10 to 5% even after the lithium investor accepted 10% royalties? This one is certainly a hot topic. Mahama hosts the Duke of Edinburgh at the presidency. That's captured on page 4. But Mana, you were keen to know about Zipline's debts to the tune of 175 million Ghana cedis. The story is as follows. Now, 3 distribution centers of Zipline, the medical drone delivery service, will reportedly begin shutting down operations due to lack of funds and also delayed government payments. Dr. Nana Ayu Efriye, the ranking member on the Parliamentary Health Committee and New Patriotic Party Member of Parliament for Duase Asokoro, told Parliament during the 2026 budget debate on Tuesday that the centers at Sihirioso in the Western North region, Kratchi in the Volta region, and Enum in the Eastern region would cease operations beginning November 25th, 2025. Is that today? Well, he also alleged that government owed the centers some 175 million Ghana cedis, a debt which had crippled the center's ability to continue supplying blood products and essential medicines to remote communities. Dr. Efriye further claimed that the government had disbursed only 4.5 billion Ghana cedis to the National Health Insurance Fund, contrary to the 7.5 billion Ghana cedis it had announced. Responding to the claims, Minister for Health, Honorable Kwabna Minta Akando, MP for Dwaboso, rejected the assertions. He said government had indeed paid 7.5 billion Ghana cedis to the NHIF to ensure prompt settlement of claims to service providers. Honorable Akando added that beyond addressing current challenges, the government in 2026 would begin the construction of 3 regional hospitals in the Savannah, Oti, and Western North regions to strengthen healthcare delivery. The debate highlighted concerns over the sustainability of critical health services and Zipline suspension, raising fears among communities that relied on drone deliveries for emergency supplies. Man, I don't know if that addresses your question. I don't believe so, actually, if it tells us how long that debt was accrued for.
The stories, and there's one here as well on the custodian. The only thing we seem to get from here is that the allocation for zipline, I think in the 2026 budget, was 20 million cedis, even though the government currently owes the company 175 million cedis. Begs the question really, since when have we seen that debt accumulate? We don't get that. But you were talking about that debate from the floor of the House yesterday involving the Education Minister Vincent Asifua and the debate about the cost of sanitary pads as captured in that. I want us to go to Parliament because I think I've got excerpt of it as well, so that we can fill our listeners in as to exactly what the issues are.
And each of it contains 12 packs. So total is 79 million packs supplied by those suppliers. Not the simple mathematics he's doing. Every pack contains 12 pieces. So in total, over 79 million sanitary packs are being supplied at the cost of the 292 million. And Mr. Speaker, the process is not completed yet. We just awarded the last batch of contracts for those to finish supplying what government requires to get the young girls in school. I thank you. So stop misleading the House.
Honorable members, what the minister said is a point of clarification, explaining the cost components. And that is what we need to clarify issues that are made on the floor that may create doubt. And so it's now left to the listeners to at least make their minds. But when you leave it at that and you start shouting, I mean, we don't carry the people along with us. Please, your conclusion.
Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, the Minister of Education is trying to portray that he's an expert in the usage of sanitary pads. I don't know whether that is what he's trying to say, but it cannot be the case that whatever he's saying here is different from what I'm saying.
What did he say? What did he say?
You people are just impatient.
Please.
Allow me to speak.
Please. What did he say?
Mr. Speaker, the authority in this House on education policy matters is the Minister for Education. He's already said, my colleague said, oh, wait. Mr. Speaker, my colleague was emphatic by dividing, using a certain mathematical formula to divide the amount of money and came to a conclusion of a certain number of individual sanitary pads. The minister responsible for education has just corrected that is not true. I think it's very important that the honorable colleague withdraw that part of his statement, because if it remains in the record, it would have meant that we use a certain amount of money to purchase a certain quantity of sanitary pads. He must necessarily withdraw that part, because, to put it lightly, Mr. Speaker, he lied about that portion, and it must not be remain in the record. He must be compelled to withdraw that part where he divided the number of sanitary pads by the amount of money. He must do that. He can hold his view. But on this floor, once we are lucky to have the education minister who gave the facts, that becomes the fact. We are not going to take facts about education from the colleague. We take it from the minister responsible for education.
Honorable members, what the Minister for Roads and Highways has just done is to draw my attention to the fact that the clarification given by the Minister for Education should occasion a withdrawal of the earlier statement made by the Honorable Member Vincent Asafua. I believe the only directive I can give is for him to take that along as a guide, because both his statement and the minister's statement will be on the record of Parliament. And so people reading then judge as to who is speaking the truth. But if we are to come to the conclusion that what you said is not true, and therefore it must be withdrawn, then many of you have to be withdrawing statements here. And at the end of the day, we may not even have official records. So please, Honorable Member, I take it that you have concluded. Because I've given you more than necessary.
Because, Mr. Speaker, they have not allowed me to be consistent with...
I have allowed you, not them.
Mr. Speaker, just 1 minute.
So, 30 seconds.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, the truth of the matter is that nowhere in this country that you are going to move to a supermarket or a shop that you'll be given a single pad. Nowhere. When you buy the pack, you are given 12 in a pack, which is a pack. So whatever the minister is saying is not different from what I'm saying. It is indeed the case that they've bought one pack of sanitary pad for 45 Ghana cedis. Simplicity. Mr. Speaker.
Please, this disorder is not allowed. You are not all on your feet. I've given one member the opportunity to contribute. And you are all talking. If I allow that with this number against your number, would they ever hear you? Please. Please. Honorable Member, you know your voice is very loud, so... It's so unique that anybody can identify who is speaking. So please, yes, I just gave him 30 seconds to conclude, and then we move on, because you get the opportunity. You all get the opportunity to...
So that's excerpt from Parliament, just quickly. And so that debate is out there. Helen, you were also asking questions whether or not it was a single pad or it was a pack, which was being...
They lost me along the way, because typically you have it in the pack. I don't think they are giving it out single. So I wasn't too sure at some point what Vincent Asifo was referring to when he said single pad. Did he mean single pack? Or pad.
I suspect it will be the pack.
The pack.
I suspect it will be the pack, because if it's a single one in the pack for 45
Ghana cedis, no,
that will be ludicrous.
Usually it will come in maybe 5 or 6, something like that, in a pack.
Averagely, it's going around how much these days?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that was a huge conversation.
Yes.
Because the complaint was 20 cedis was above minimum wage. How are people going to be?
Oh, the price had skyrocketed at some point.
Yes.
Especially, we've seen some reduction in the last year or so. But I remember when you could purchase it for 10 cedis, 15. The next thing we knew, we were looking at 25, 30. If you were purchasing imported packs. 45, you can even go to 50.
Your money levels will have to go up. Any more in terms of the stories?
Well, this one has to do with our health. If something is stressing you out today, I implore you to remove that stressor from your life in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Well, hypertension, diabetes, rising health costs. Now, the country director of Farm Access, Dr. Maxwell Entry, has cautioned that hypertension, and diabetes are now consuming such a large share of Ghana's national healthcare budget that the future stability of the Ghana's health financing is at risk if the rising silent epidemic is not dealt with. Presenting on innovative financing models for healthcare sustainability at the 2025 annual General Meeting of the Ghana Medical Association, GMA, he noted that the NHIS now spends about 25% of its budget on these two diseases alone. I'm quoting him here. He says, this will threaten the national health budget and the future sustainability of NHIS if health promotion and preventative lifestyle measures are not prioritized now by health professionals in caring for patients. Dr. Entry added that the situation has wider economic consequences, revealing that approximately 30% of the adult population live with hypertension or diabetes. My goodness, that's nearly a third, 30%. of the population.
It's crazy, actually.
What is stressing all of you so much? Is it dear parents? When you get your dear parents messages, is it
Quality of life?
Quality of life, because for that to take up such a big chunk, I mean, that means that if we were to have communicable diseases, something else springs up, maybe COVID 2025 or 26, God forbid. But if something like that were to spring up, all our resources will be marshaled towards these preventative diseases. We're going to be starting off on the back foot. So, like I said, whatever is bothering you today, for the sake of the NHIS and for the sake of your own health, park it behind you.
We can't help it all.
You have to. You have to do something about it.
If your rent is due, and the rent is 500 Ghana and you have 5 Ghana, how will you not think?
Listen, buy a daily gist, lock your room and laugh. Lock your room.
The landlord is waiting outside the door. You are in the room laughing.
Just laugh. Lock your door. Lock your door, because at the end of the day,
the landlord is just outside the gate waiting for you. You are in the room laughing. Hey.
Your landlord will say, "Hey, this is the sign, the first sign
so
of
honestly, it is
wellness."
It's the situation about affordability, access, and all the basic things of life that push us to that state. There are conversations that we can never grow tired of having.
At all.
The housing conversation, we can never grow tired of having it. Access, affordability, and the food conversation. The minister has told us that we have a glut. Meanwhile, the prices on the market are still not going down
at all.
So how will you not think? You have 5 Ghana, and you have to do breakfast, you have to do lunch, you have to do supper, or you have to do 001.
You have to form your formation of the day. Yeah.
How will you not think? Your wife is pregnant, you have to go to the hospital, but you look in your pocket, there's nothing. Or your wife is near delivery, and you check your pocket, there's nothing to sustain. And it will betide you if there are any complications. Charlie, so the struggles are real.
Very real.
People are going through stuff that they simply cannot just share. So all you see is
Because the ages of those who are now afflicted with this hypertension, stroke, really young.
Growing up, when they used to talk about hypertension and diabetes and those, it was usually for people in their 60s and 70s. Now, 30-something, you have hypertension.
Very, 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 very scary.
So, Charlie, the problem is a problem.
But maybe, for example, instead of going to your favorite spots this weekend, go to a recreational park. Use that money to go and just breathe in some fresh air.
Which one is that?
Hey, are there any recreational parks?
That is what I am asking you. Which one is that?
But people actually also have to be checking, I think, to a great extent.
Check your pressure.
Yes.
Check your pressure. Who?
See who is preaching. The man ran away from the clinic. They held him down like this.
He said he will go back.
Ask him whether he went back.
He didn't go back for the checkup. Today, I'm employing. No, Mawe, you've brought yourself.
The nurses are listening.
You've brought yourself. You are leading the charge now.
The nurses at the Flagstaff House Clinic. 3 beautiful, hardworking.
One was called Gifty.
I think so.
There was always one a gifty. I'm sure there was a gifty in there.
I know,
so good morning to the nurses
I know you are going to go at me and all of that.
So we went to the place. The woman said, is there's a colleague of yours is Mawena. I said, well, there's a Mawena, but what is the problem? We are looking for Mawena. We have to tie Mawena down here.
Mawe, you have to lead the charge. You have to go back.
No, but it's very important. Even though I wanted to make a point.
Thank you for reminding us of this. So you have to go back and lead the charge. Please.
It's very important that we try and check from time to time, because yesterday I think I was reading one of the biggest threats to the kidney challenges as well is the non-communicable. The kidney problem is a non-communicable disease, but that the diabetes and then the hypertension are silent killers of your kidney as well.
Of course.
And so it's important that we check.
And the things you people are drinking, some of the things people are drinking and eating, young ones, you look behind the can, ingredients, baby, you don't even know how to pronounce it. Hydro, that is not real food. Guys, I'm telling you, when you eat, it's real food. It's real food. Our forefathers were healthy. They had stresses, but they were eating kontomire, they were eating apim, they were eating nyadwa, they were eating all of that. You people are eating all kind of noodles, processed meat. Come on.
That is not even a problem.
Sure.
What the problem is?
That is a big problem. Processed food is a big problem.
What the problem is, Helen.
Because
really,
you don't always tell you to stop going to your pork joints.
The people you are talking to, they don't. Oh no, me pork there.
No, in fact, I'm speaking to the right target audience.
No, you listen. We are on the same. No, we are together in this.
You stop going to that your place. You stop going there.
The pork.
Yes, even you.
Pork is good.
Hey,
the people you are talking to, they don't eat the things you are talking about.
Trust me, they are
things.
And they add the noodles.
They smoke.
And they smoke and they add the noodles. They add the noodles.
I don't want to mention brands. How do you drink some energy drink that has vodka, caffeine?
Do you want your heart to stop?
What's the other one? Tequila or something like that.
Hey, Nini Afra.
I mean, how do you, and whilst drinking that, they are smoking something that has no
When
name.
they finish, they'll add the noodles.
Before they get the midnight.
Midnight. Them noodles full of processed,
the late eating
processed meats.
I've cut that by a great extent. Once a while I slip, but
if I see you even eating apim at midnight, I can't talk fresh kontomire with tomatoes, but noodles, processed meats.
That is what I do, actually.
Oh, my friend.
Oh, Maza.
Let's quickly go through this daily graphic.
Why are you people?
That your joints, They said the red meat. You cut it down, introduce small fish. No, saying.
Pork is not red meat.
It's what color?
Pork is holy. Pork is.
The daily graphic has this to say on the front page of the newspaper. But let's just take care of ourselves, okay? Because this system is already overstressed. That little you can do in your own corner to fortify yourself, we encourage you today to do it. Marina is leading that charge.
In fact, we are in this together.
Fantastic.
Yes.
We all have to do this.
Don't eat pork throughout the week.
Yes, maybe Fridays or
Friday, even on the Friday.
I mean, manage.
Let them cut plenty. Was the onion, green pepper for you?
Some people are torn between you only live once and.
Then that's fine. They live your once.
If you only live once is your motto, the once you won't even exhaust it.
Yeah.
The ones you only live half.
I'm saying people are sometimes, on the Friday nights they are torn between you only live once and being.
When you clear your eye top Saturday by 11 a.m., you know that you live.
Yeah, it's very important that we take care of our health.
So please cut it down.
We live in a system where one unfortunate happening, one person becoming sick, and everything that you've saved for, everything that you're seeking to build could come tumbling down.
It's not easy. Easy.
And that's the harsh reality. I mean, when we're having the conversation, I was just recalling this Kojo Q song. I mean, you slip small.
And it can happen to any one of us. So this advice, we also take it as well.
And the other mistake we make is that we say, this person has been drinking all his life, but he's still alive.
Somebody
you are not the same.
Is not.
And
you try something once, your brain will
our colleague, he has told Thomas Khan, he has told this story on air before. He is not a drinker. He is not a smoker. He doesn't indulge the weekend things parties that Helen will go for. He doesn't do those things. So the day he said on air, the day he was given the news, he said he sank because he simply couldn't understand how. So don't say that, but this person, so SMC has been drinking, he's still like that. Leave me alone, please. Your lives are not the same.
That's
your organs are not the same. You have no idea how fortified SMC's organs are.
Everybody's different.
So please.
All right, quickly, let me go through this. Now, at Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting, insulates NDPC from politics, speakers, advocates, and Prince Edward honored at Jubilee House, Durban. GRA security block 3.6 million Ghana cedi revenue loss. Supreme Court dismisses application against Health Goldfields mine acquisition. And there's a special supplement on Black Friday inside. I guess if you're looking for some deals, pick up the Daily Graphic today.
All right, the Ghanaian Times newspaper, most authoritative newspaper, says Yohuno gets 2 more years as IGP. On this one, the Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism has a strong opposition to it. We'll come to that after the when we get into the discussions. It's a statement, a 3-page statement signed by its executive secretary, Emmanuel Cotton. It says this is a no. You shouldn't do this, Mr. President. We will be paltry self-sufficient in 4 years. Hallelujah. This is our Greek minister prophesying. Ghana, UK deepen ties with historic visit by Prince Edward. Bon Agro. Okay, I think it's the name of a company. Donates 400,000 equipment. Okay, to support National Farmers Day. And Sudan dye adulteration upset negates gains. FDA. So we are still fighting this one too.
Yeah. There'll always be the bad guys, unfortunately. Try as we may, there'll be some persons or some individuals who just say that, look, I exist for the chaos, I exist for...
They won't follow.
I'm doing things in the other way and then making profits where I'm not supposed to. And so...
In my language, you call them Zukumpela.
To it what?
On your head, not the enter bowl. The back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, GSS launches small area estimation reports to support national planning. Over 3,100 basic schools receive STEM kits in nationwide B-STEM rollout. Comes with the picture of Lydia Esua presenting the items to Prof. Davis. Stories by Agnes Opoku Sapong. Prof. Davis is the GS DG, right? Yes. Ernest Kofi Davis. Yes, who is Lydia, Chief Director at the Ministry of Education. That's Lydia Obenewa Esiwa.
Thank you. All right, let's wrap up now. We'll pick the calls of our listeners, but we'll do that after this break. And then I'll just talk to you about Rosebank International University quickly, because there's a world-class university right here in Ghana, the Rosebank International University, a strong South African university.